There is something seriously satisfying in soaring through the air and listening the hissing in your ears. It's liberating and exhilarating, at least in a video game form. Back when I had still my PS2 and the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction, I never used fast travel. I just hopped from building to building and almost fly through the city. It felt great. Replace the hissing with Hulk's grunts and screams and it's the exact experience. I'm attracted to games that give you similar feeling, and if it's in a first-person perspective, the better, it's more immersive. I've already reviewed a similar game, the free ones, which is often compared to Valley and Story About My Uncle. Now played all three of them, I can safely say they are different enough from each other. Probably in the future I will do a comparison video about the three games just to show you how much different they are. But first we should explore the Valley. Valley is a first-person adventure with some light shooting. You play male or female explorer/archaeologist that wants to find and prove the existence of the life seed. It supposedly contains an incredible earth-shattering power. Most dismiss this as a myth, but some archaeologists are willing to go far and wide to prove its existence. You are that person. You think it's somewhere in the Rocky Mountains. You hop on your canoe and you end up somewhere in a cave. After finding your way out, you end up in a beautiful valley. Going further, you see an old army truck from World War II and a box. Inside is the main attraction, the Leaf Suit. It's an exoskeleton that allows you to run fast, jump high, don't take fall damage and can give and take life. More on that in the gameplay section of the video. It's obvious that the army was here to develop something amid the war. In the suit there are audio logs from which you get the story development. Besides you, there are no other humans. From the moment you get the suit, your task is to find the life seed and what happened to the people here. To put it simply, the story is good. It's not going to blow your mind, but it manages to invest me in the world and what happened in the valley. This is a story about life, death, rebirth, and in the center is a tree, figurative and literal, connecting them all. The tree is a symbol found in many cultures and have many meanings, and some of them are touched in this game. This is probably the best part of the plot.
End-time scenarios are common across mythologies, from the apocalypse to Ragnarok. However, it's unusual for the event to surround a particular object, especially one acquired by mortals.
The quote-unquote villain here, if I could call him that way, because you're not fighting or racing against him, is a cliché. His voice actor is great, albeit sounding cartoonish at a couple of times. The second voice actor is for Virginia King, a scientist sent to study the valley. She is also great, and you hear her the most. As for the writing, it's good. The mixture of Mayan, Nordic and other mythologies sound convincing for the world the game is set up. Some of the dialogue is again a bit cliché. There is a small twist at the end, but overall it's fun but predictable plot. In my mind, if a game has fun gameplay but lousy story, can still be enjoyable. If it's the other way around, no one will want to play it. The gameplay here is quite fun, but as with the story, there are some issues. Let's start with the positive. After you suit up for action, you go through the tutorial and what you see is what you get for the most part. You can run fast and jump high. You can also take and give life. Everything in the world has energy and with the press of a button you can take that energy or vice versa. You see a dead tree, shoot it with that energy and it blossoms once more. Same is with animals. It's not necessary to suck the life out of everything. Energy orbs are laying around. However, what is required is to bring back trees or animals for two reasons. Both are tied directly to the narrative. The first is about when you die. You are revived at the expense of the valley. Your bird draws energy from everything living around you. There is an icon with leaves in the upper left corner of the screen. Every time you die, the valley dies and the leaves disappear. The way to restore the balance is to give back life. When you bring back trees, there is a chance of acorn falling from them. This is the second reason. If you want, you can collect them to unlock doors for some upgrades. They consist mostly of your energy pool getting bigger, additional acorns and medallions. Some upgrades you'll get at certain point in the story. The other collectible is medallions, which you can unlock special upgrades for the suit. The ones that you get are fun. Probably the most useful is double jump for obvious reasons. The others are running very fast on rail tracks and water, walking on magnetic surfaces, and hookshot. They come at regular intervals and change the gameplay enough not to be stale. When the level starts mixing them, the fun starts. The most exhilarating is when you're running at ludicrous speed and performing insane jumps. This is the coolest part of the game. When you look at the whole picture, the gameplay is just navigating through series of obstacles. No puzzles, little bit of action, and that's it. There are some enemies to fight, nothing too difficult to manage. Some you get them calm with the energy you shoot, others explode. What was surprising was a late game boss fight. It was fun, flashy, but very short. One of the best things about the game is the environments. They are gorgeous. There are levels inside buildings and structures and outside in the valley. Sun rays penetrates between the leaves, vast green fields with forgotten architecture, animals and otherworldly creatures running around. I stopped a couple of times just to look at the scenery or climb the highest place to do the same. Inside levels are alright, typical army structures, laboratories and caves. Exploration of the levels is rewarded with more acorns, energy upgrades, additional lore in the form of notes and letters. The sound design is pretty good. As I mentioned, the voice acting is spot on, but what is even better is the music and the environmental sounds. Some places got me legitimately creeped out. There was nothing there but the dim lighting and sound kinda scared me. Probably my favorite track is when you start running fast. One has this Irish undertone, I'm loving it. The other is very energetic, fast, fits with the moment. From the music and setting, I got for some reason Indiana Jones vibe, which is a good thing. One of the problems of the game is very simple. It's easy. I already mentioned it in the gameplay section. There isn't a big threat or a challenge. Don't get me wrong, it's very fun running fast, but if you go like me searching everywhere for more lore or boxes, it kills the pace. By the end of the game I realized something. It's not worth searching for the notes and letters. As much as they expand the world, they don't add that much to worth your time searching for them. They are not essential. The biggest threat is water. If you fall, you sink and die. The enemies are not a problem even in the higher numbers. What is left is fun but not challenging game, and if you don't search for the extra boxes, sure. This is the second problem. The game can be beaten for 2 hours probably if you don't spend time searching the levels. something seriously satisfying in soaring through the air and listening the hissing in your ears. This is true here. The game is fun for what it is. I just wish it was more challenging experience. I recommend the game with some caveats. If you're looking for fun and relaxing experience, buy it. Yes, I found the game relaxing for the most time. If the gameplay catches your eye, buy it. There are not too many like this one, but get it with some discount. £15 for 2 to 3 hours of gameplay is a bit too much. The story, graphics, world, sound are great, so keep an eye on the game. It's worth your time. The only thing left now is reviewing A Story About My Uncle.